Hello, welcome back to the channel. If your flight simulator feels laggy, blurry or gives you micro stutters all the time, you're probably using the wrong settings. In this video I will show you some hidden and uncommon tweaks that can massively improve your simulator performance and realism. I just downloaded the Sim Beta Update 5 from my Steam account, so we will see how it works. Don't worry if you don't have a high-end PC or graphics card, my tips will help you to improve your simulator, especially if you care about smooth landings, stable FPS and a better immersion. I have tested different settings and I will show you the ones that actually make a real difference. Before we start changing any settings, make sure that your graphics card drivers are up to date, because running the latest drivers makes a big difference to the game. If you have an Nvidia card like I do, you can easily update your drivers through the Nvidia app. When that's done, we can open the simulator and head over to the settings. We will start by turning off the max frame rate, DLSS frame generation and set anti-aliasing to TAA. This will allow us to test our system's raw performance first. Go to Advanced Options, turn on Developer Mode, go back to the sim and test your FPS without the frame generation. To see your FPS, go to the Dev Mode bar at the top of your screen, click on Debug, Rendering, Display FPS and the FPS panel will pop up in the top right corner. The large number at the top indicates the current number of frames per second. If you are using Steam, you can also turn FPS on in the Steam client for all apps and it will display the frame generation FPS number. Fly around for a while in a busy area like a big city or airport, go back to settings, turn DLSS frame generation on again, go back to your flight and see what happens to your FPS. If the numbers improve, then you can keep it on, but if the numbers drop, turn DLSS off. Next, turn off dynamic settings. It can boost your performance, but it usually lowers the visual quality. Let's continue to the terrain level of detail. Most people max out the terrain level of detail because they think that it will bring more life to the game, but if you want a smoother gameplay, it's way better to set your TLOD between 120 and 160. Going higher will only overload your CPU and cause micro stutters, especially during descent. Here's my secret trick. Set your object level of detail slightly higher than the terrain level of detail, so you keep buildings sharp without killing performance. The terrain level of detail can be set from 160 up to 200 depending on your system. Do a random flight and make small adjustments to your settings to see how the game behaves. If you see some stutters or lag appear, turn down the numbers until your game runs smoothly. I also recommend using Auto FPS. This free add-on automatically manages your FPS. You just tell the software how much FPS you want to achieve in the game and you don't need to worry about any settings. Turn off the frame rate generation option if you are using Auto FPS, because the software will do it for you. This tool really makes a difference. I've set Auto TLOD minimum of 100, so until 3000 feet I will be at 100 FPS and then after 4000 feet FPS goes up to 160. And same thing with the auto level of detail. I have the base at 100 until 2000 feet and the top at 200 from 4000 feet. You can play with this, but these settings work very well for me. I will leave the download link in the description below. Another good and free tool to boost your FPS is Aerotune. I have a short video tutorial about this add-on my channel, so go watch that video to see how it works. The texture resolution can be set to high unless you are running out of VRAM, then lower it. I also turn off ray traced shadows, because shadows, reflections and windshield effects have a huge impact on your sim performance. Depth of field and motion blur are off. Then we have cloud settings. Clouds on ultra look amazing in the sky, but here's the secret. Setting clouds to high looks almost the same but gives your simulator a big FPS boost. The glass cockpit refresh rate is also a hidden performance killer. Set it to medium, not high. On high, your CPU keeps updating instruments that you are not looking at. Medium keeps things smooth with almost no visual difference. Instead of maxing your graphics, focus on render scaling. Set it to 90%, sharpen with TAA and you will get almost identical visuals, but much better performance than running at 100%. AI traffic looks great, but it destroys performance. Turn it off or set it lower. Airport, vehicle density, worker density and ground aircraft, but keep live traffic on. That way you will keep realism without the FPS drop. Another trick almost nobody talks about is about your rolling cache. Clear it or turn it off if you have fast internet. A messed up cache can cause stutters and blurry textures. I do not use VSync because I have an NVIDIA graphics card and I don't hit my monitor's maximum refresh rate. If you're going beyond your screen's refresh rate, then you can turn it on to avoid screen tearing. If you do use VSync, don't just turn it on and forget it. Make sure to lock your FPS to 30 or 60 depending on your system. A stable frame rate will feel much smoother than unstable high FPS. When VSync is enabled, your graphics card waits for your monitor to finish displaying a frame before sending it another one. This prevents screen tearing, which happens when different parts of the screen display different frames at the same time. If you are a content creator and want your flights to feel more cinematic, you can lower your camera sensitivity and increase smoothness. This will make every movement feel more natural, just like making a real camera shot, especially in cockpit view. And that's it basically. Stop maxing everything out and go for smooth gameplay instead of high FPS and ultra ground details. If you follow my tips, you will improve the performance of your simulator. Let me know in the comments if my settings work for you and feel free to share your own simulator performance tips. Leave a like if you found this video of any use and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get all my latest videos first. Have a great day, Captain.